I once wanted to do the same thing, work through an entire night during my studies because time was running out to submit a paper. And that is exactly what I did. The next morning I fell into a deep sleep, and when I woke up I realized that everything I had written was useless. What a feeling that is, to have worked for nothing. Frustration can hardly get any worse. This long forgotten memory came back to me when I encountered today's impulse. Simon, the fisherman from the Sea of Galilee, had experienced something very similar. Fishing all night long and catching nothing. No movement in the nets, no reward for all the hard work, only exhaustion, disappointment, and empty hands. Then someone comes along and tells him to go out once more and fish again. Surprisingly, we hear Simon's response in today's impulse. Simon answered, "Master, we have worked hard all night and caught nothing, but because you say so, I will let down the nets." This sentence deeply impresses me. Simon could have reacted very differently. He could have said, "There's no point anymore," or "I am the fisherman here, I know what I'm doing," or simply, "I can't do this anymore." But Simon does something else. He trusts. Not in his experience, not in his abilities, not in his feelings, but in the word of Jesus. And perhaps that is exactly the crucial point. Again and again, people experience situations where they think everything was for nothing. The effort was wasted. The strength is gone. Relationships work, hopes, some things remain as empty as Simon's nets. But this is precisely where trust begins. Not when everything is already working out, but when there seems to be no reason left to continue. Simon lets down the nets not because he is convinced he will succeed, but because Jesus tells him to. And perhaps this is the most important lesson of this story. Trust is the foundation that allows us to keep going. Without trust, people often remain stuck in frustration, disappointment, or fear. But trust dares to take one more step, one more attempt, one more hope. And sometimes that is exactly where the miracle begins.